This is Bill Boyce coming to you from IGFA Anglers Digest in beautiful Costa Rica. Behind me, Los Suenos Marina. In front of us, the Gulf of Nicoya. In fact, we'll be fishing Punta Negrita aboard Jim McCord's beautiful 38-foot custom center console for a mixed bag of inshore fisheries. Don't go away, we have some incredible action. Actually, a day like this is pretty good for fishing. How the fish stay up a lot.
Yeah, the popper fish is a lot better if they're overcast.
Okay.
We had one up yesterday, 50, 60 pounds, 55 pounds.
55-pound snapper on the surface eating a plug.
But he didn't get it and close the deal. He didn't know what he was doing as well. He was fishing, but he did get a nice one that was 30.
Two, three coming.
Yeah, the first thing.
2 or 3 at the same time.
Same time.
The jacks, sometimes you see 20, 30 at a time coming after the plugs. And got broke off twice or 3 times.
3 times.
Incredible.
Snapper, couldn't stop him.
So from Los Suenos, we'll be running, how far is that over to Negrita?
It's 17, 18 miles.
Okay.
It's just the outer island sticks out. It's a lot of current, a lot of bait.
Uh-huh.
Really cool fishing.
Sounds fishy, huh? So we'll go out there, we're getting that tide, rip the air on the rocks, cast the plugs. We do have some beautiful live baits I saw. Were they little green jacks? What do they call those locally?
We call them runners.
Blue runners or something? Okay.
Guajinoas, here in Costa Rica.
Yep. It's got to be a beautiful live bait to put on a fish like that. This is going to be exciting. You see the roosters bring the comb up a lot? All right, well, you know what? I think we need to stop talking about it and get on it. All right, man. Lead on, boys. This is so fun. These are the plugs right here, huh? Jeff, where do we go now?
Moved across the bay over into an area called Negritas. It's a rock cliff that comes out, sticks out way out in the bay. There's a lot of current, good structure, and there's some hidden rocks here that a lot of people don't know about. And it literally goes from 0 feet, 10 feet, off to 120 feet right off the side.
Snappers, roosters, maybe jacks.
A lot of jacks.
Excellent. Let's do it. Let's get on it.
Get 'em.
Roger, let's go.
Get him, boys! Stop him, Roger.
Go! Yes! Oh, come on, Iggy, come on. Keep him out of the rocks. Yeah, Roger's first cast, he hooked up. Right in this ripper Jeff was telling us about as soon as we pulled in here. My second cast, I hooked up. And after seeing Roger get rocked, I'm doing all I can to keep this thing out of the rocks. Oh, yeah, what a powerful fish. Right. It's a beautiful Jack Ravel. This was my second cast in that zone. Roger definitely had a snapper on. His fish was fighting completely differently. He hooked it and immediately took him into the rocks. These fish aren't typically a fish that'll rock you like that. So this was my second cast. There's probably huge schools of these out here, huh?
A lot.
That was Roger's second big snapper right here on this point, and that's the second one that rocked and snapped him up. We're fishing like 80-pound spectra here. You know, we're not horsing around. And he had a lot of pressure on that fish. But they're such powerful swimmers. What they do have is an amazing amount of power for short distance, and that's all they're gonna need to take us from the surface back down to their hole 30, 40, 50 feet back, get into a crevice, snap you off. There's no way you can stop these fish. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, wow, good God, man. Just a big red boosh boil on this thing. I thought I had him for a second. My God, that was a powerful fish. Well, we're 0 for 3, Roger.
These jacks, it's like the harder you fight them, the harder they fight back. A lot of times if you just keep light tension on them and real slow like I'm doing, and not put a lot of pressure, they'll actually swim right to you. Might be jacks, but I'm not sure. Sure.
You done playing with that thing yet? What do you think you got here, Jeff?
You want it? What drag I got on this rod? It's a 200-pound class rod. He started out like a jack. Now he's running and going down. Fighting more like a rooster coming back.
I like that. That was a nice rooster we had on earlier. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's more like a rooster.
That's a nice fish. What a fishy area. You know, the beautiful thing about doing this, Chad, is you're just looking at beautiful real estate the whole way. Just undeveloped coastline. Just casting into wash rock.
You never know what you're going to get.
No, you don't.
You've done hooked up 6 times on snapper and not stopped on one of them.
Right.
I mean, you can catch a world record easy.
Absolutely. But the whole thing above and beyond even that is the fact that every cast you throw feels like you could get bit.
Yeah, oh yeah, because it looks so good.
Everything looks so fishy.
Bait.
And how many countless times we reel in and you have fish following your jig and boiling behind it?
Right.
It's an incredible way of spending a day out here in Los Banos. So many people just put the emphasis on the offshore fishery.
Yeah, they do.
Inshore is incredible.
They don't know. Nobody. Well, there's beaches and stuff over here. A lot of people come spend time at the beaches.
Right.
And the other day when we were here, we spent 2 hours over there swimming and come back out and went fishing.
How great. And this whole coastline is pretty much, like you say, undiscovered. How many times do you ever see other fishing boats fishing this area?
This area's hit pretty good. It's one of the better places, but I mean, you can move anywhere up and down the shoreline and there's fish everywhere. It's like rooster.
Tell you what, you've got, what, about 100 feet of water under us here?
Yeah, there's not a lot of structure right in here. It's just a good corner because there's a lot of current and a lot of bait. Usually the roosters we get here are 20, 30 pounders most of the time. The big ones are out there where we started.
Yeah.
But I have caught one right over there that was 85 pounds.
85 pounders.
It's not doing the circles like a jack. When you put the heat
He's
on
not
like
having
this.
that, yeah, that real heavy throb like those jacks are doing. Yeah, this
He's got some power.
This is a different animal here.
At first he was bouncing.
Oh, here we go. Here's color. Looks like a rooster.
Maybe 60 pounds. Big moat. It's a nice one. Beautiful fish. Captain Jeff Dry, you're watching Angler's Digest. Got you in roosterfish country right now.
Woo! Roger! Roger. rooster at this point. Nice rooster. Woo! That might put yours up.
This one will go party.
I say jackpot fish for Raj.
Nice rooster fish. Oh yeah.
Woo! That's a beautiful rooster. Woo! That is bigger. Gallo! Paz Gallo.
Paz Gallo.
Beautiful job. Did he have some tricks up his sleeve? He knew this current was going to come around this corner. He knows these fish hang here and feed on all these little green jacks, blue runners they call them. Beautiful fish, guys. Let's get this thing back in the water and hit it fell where? Got him? Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that comb. Look at that beautiful fish. Tell me, whose was bigger?
Maya thing.
I think you had him by 5 pounds, man. 5 pounds.
Well, it didn't feel like it when I was
1
holding.
pound.
I was holding them.
Yeah, that's right.
You got the pictures. You look at the fish. I'm holding mine. I'm holding it.
Done deal.
You
Let's do
judge
this.
by the camera.
We'll confirm it by the photographs. It was an honor and a pleasure to be out here with you. I learned a lot. I learned a heck of a lot, man. You guys really, really know your habitat here. You know your fish. It's been a hell of a day for myself, and hopefully you guys had a good time putting this on me stuff today.
My pleasure, my friend.
Alrighty, man. Yeah, Captain Jeff Dry just made a really bold move for us here. He was tired of watching us get our clocks cleaned inshore in that rocky substrate. So he brought us out, about a 20-mile run out of Los Suenos to a place called the 26, the 26. It's actually a couple of high spots out here. They come up to about 100 feet. You can actually dive them. But what it is, these snappers will stack up in the water column there. Mullet snapper on top, dogtooth down below. There's wahoo out here, there's black marlin, there's skipjack. Really, really a fishy spot. Our hopes are, with these plugs, first thing in the morning, catch a snapper where we have 100 feet, 125, 150 feet of water between that plug and that rock. Now is when we're gonna take over the game here. 3 big snappers all over that plug. One eats at about 40 feet from the boat. Yeah!
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's up?
That is so weird. I had a Dorado come up on mine, maybe a 15, 20-pound fish. Followed it almost to the boat. Told Jeff he threw his next cast right out past mine. He's halfway back to the boat. About 3 big Cubera snappers, dogtooths actually, came up and I just watched one inhale his plug about 40 feet from the boat. And he's hooked up. I think we own this one. We're in about 120 feet of water and we're vertical. It's a lot for them to take them back down to the rocks right now. Woo! Boat's drifting too fast.
Taking this one. I'm gonna take this one.
So actually, this isn't the Cubera snapper we were hoping for. This is actually a mullet snapper.
Right. They're in the same family, snapper family.
Absolutely.
Great fish. Good fight.
Great fight. For the size of this fish, as hard as it pulled on you, and we had 120 feet of water above these things.
Right.
It's incredible to see it, just 2, 3 big red splatches in the water, and all of a sudden your plug is gone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
That is some
awesome.
cool stuff.
Yep.
So this is a mullet, maybe it goes about 15 pounds, 12, 15 pounds. What an adversary,
They're aggressive fish.
They really are. Yeah, I've been out here before, here and other places in Central America, where you come on these high banks, and you'll just see the water's red. It's like a red spot in the water, and there'll be hundreds of these mullet snapper up on the surface eating baits. All right, well, we got our first. Let's see if we can't get another one here. Good job on that thing, Jeff.
get a nice cabera. Sometimes they destroy your plugs. We're fishing a high spot out here about 20 miles offshore, and it's just a big rock pile, and the fish are just stacked up from, you can see here, from like 20, 30 feet down right all the way to the bottom.
On the jig. It's
Coffee
a high
grinding.
Hey, it's a high spot. You're 20 miles offshore. You're gonna see skipjack. You're gonna see yellowfin. There's big blacks that caught on
Saw jump and sail earlier.
Yep, exactly. Free jumping sailfish. We
never
see
know.
dorado. There's wahoo out here. What a fishy spot. But check it out, boss. You know what? This would be a prime bait to bridle and fish a big black.
You betcha.
But you know what? We're gonna hit for a little
Wasabi?
sushi later.
Can anybody say wasabi?
Good work, Red. Good
Right on,
work,
buddy.
boss. Woo! Slice that thing down.
Fish all down there.
What do you got, boss?
I'm thinking the snapper. I just don't know if it's mullet, cubera, dogwood, wherever we got, but it's got a little shoulder to him.
That's your first drop, huh?
Absolutely.
On the chrome?
You betcha.
I love it. I love it so much.
Bounce off the rocks. 2 cranks up.
Whoa! There you go! Grouper! Beautiful! Broomtail! Nice fish. On the iron, broomtail grouper.
Little call for the
Nice
show.
job!
This goes to show you can always catch stuff on the iron.
Unbelievable. Look at this. Look at the teeth on this thing. You know, I love the thing I love about a grouper, they inhale a bait. They don't mess around. You know what I
Nope,
mean?
it bounced off the rock once. Boom.
Oh, hand me those pliers real quick.
Got it. Another reason to come to Costa Rica right here. It's a mixed bag. You never know what you're going to get.
Especially on a high spot out here offshore.
And we just came on. It's the very first drop that anybody did here. Bill had something coming up on his popper. This guy slams right away.
Look what he did to the jig.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
incredible. Yeah, man.
They got some serious teeth on these boys.
What
as
a gorgeous,
you can see.
what a gorgeous fish. You can see why they call it a broomtail. You see that tail? Broomtail grouper.
Sweep the deck with that.
That really a pretty fish. And you, were you at the bottom with this?
Right, it bounced off the bottom, 2 cranks up off the bottom, he just hammered it.
Right on. Yeah, Jeff had another quick high spot here. He wanted to hit for these snappers. The last thing we were thinking was grouper. I mean, there's tunas, there's skipjack, there's dorado, there's wahoo, there's sailfish, there's black marlin, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it only stands to reason you're going to see a grouper here. But that chrome jig hit the bottom, you flipped it, you got this.
That's it.
Interesting thing about this fish. Not only do they have really big teeth, but they've also got really big gill rakers. Right here off the gills, you'll see it right there. They're like teeth in themselves. So any bait that makes it in that throat is not coming back up. They will inhale a bait. But once a bait gets in that throat, it is not coming out of those rakers. They're very, very sharp. They'll cut you up. Beautiful snapper. Oh, yes. Oh, nice fish. Beautiful fish. We found your secret spot at 400 feet. We deep drove. There's a lot of current here. The wind against the tide. It was a tough thing to hit the bottom, but Roger finally hit bottom. Obviously with this beautiful 8-ounce, 10-ounce bucktail jig, and caught this nice snapper, which you're calling a Colorado snapper.
I think that's what they call them here.
Yeah, and guacamaya too.
Guacamaya.
Guacamaya in Costa Rica?
Yeah, guacamaya.
Right on. This looks very much like what they call Peruvian snapper that we get in the Sea Cortez. This is a prolific species really all over the Eastern Pacific Ocean in deep, deep waters. And you say this is probably just an average size one?
Yeah, it's a little smaller than what we're usually getting.
It's a small one.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You were telling me that last week you were here, you got 14.
14 is right.
14 in one afternoon,
It's
and bigger
a
than
couple
this.
hours. Yeah,
In a
Now,
couple
when
of
it's
hours.
calm and it's smooth, we can get on them a lot better. They're bunched up good.
Yep,
Drop right down. It's hard to stay vertical on 400 when you got a lot of current. Wind.
absolutely. Even with the Spectre we're fishing.
Right.
Sorry to say, we've got to get out of here. It's been a phenomenal few days of fishing with you, Jeff. You as well, Roger. So from Costa Rica, boys, Pura vida!